For the actual construction of my guitar, I first had to make a mold. I did this by making an acrylic version of the style of the guitar and then tracing it onto a thin piece of plywood. I then cut it out using the bandsaw and then smoothed it out with a scraper. I further traced this shape onto 6 more pieces of thicker plywood and cut it out using the bandsaw and then glued them together. I then clamped the glued pieces together and then sanded the ends. Then I later had to cut around just a rough shape of the guitar. This action here shows me bending the sides. Here I am sanding the top and back ends of the sides on a flat sanding disc and also making the curvature of the 30-foot and 15-foot radius on the back and top of the sides. Here I am chiseling out the grooves for the side splints. This was a difficult process as I had to make them all the same depth. This process shows me pushing in the top splints into the bindings, and this is the result. All of the bindings are flush with the side splints. This is also me making the curve on the splints. Here I am chiseling for the transverse brace. I also had to trim back the transverse place so it could fit into the slots. It showed me marking a line an equal distance from the sides along the bottom bout of the guitar. I then planed back behind the line to approximately 2.2 millimeters in width. I used magnetic calipers to show me this. This process is the routering of the bindings. After this, I then plane out the tail strip. Here I am taping my bindings to the sides of my guitar using fiberglass tape. I also miter where the bindings meet up so they can meet flush with each other. I then scrape back the bindings until they are flush with the sides, back and top. Here I am routering the mortise for the neck to sit into the top of the guitar. Here I am thinning the neck with a neck thinner. I then remove the wood between the neck and the headstock with a chisel. Here I am roughly shaping the heel block with the rasp. I then clean it up with a chisel. And then sand with a bow sander. I did not include the making of the truss rod in my folio, but it includes heating up a piece of metal and then folding it over in half. I then make a few adjustments and I ream the ends. This is the final product of the end of it. I then chisel out a little area for this little brass bit of the truss rod. I drill 2 holes in a brass bolt and then thread them using a threading bit. This will go into the heel cap of my neck. After spoke shaving, I use a shoe shining method to get rid of the flat spot. I then blend in the headstock to the neck with a rasp. Here is a fast forward of me applying the first coat of shellac. This is a second method which involves small circular movements. After the shellac, I then sanded every surface of the guitar with 3000 grit sandpaper, and then applied a final layer of shellac onto the guitar. Here it shows me polishing the guitar. I also polished the fretboard of the guitar with a lemon solution. Here I am filing the grooves for the strings to go in the nut. And finally, I string up the guitar with the bridge pins.